There's nowhere where government said people must invade land. In fact, part of what we need to do is to make sure that where there is violation of the existing laws, including bylaws, the relevant authorities must act. The relevant authorities must act so that then it does not happen at the disadvantage of those that seek to find a correct solution. So there is nothing stupid about what we have done. There is nothing bad about what we have done. What is a challenge in South Africa is that we have those that seek to take shortcut solutions, populists who go on and do these things. At no point has government actually directed people to invade, as well as that there is no situation where government has encouraged people to evict. And where there are these things, law enforcement must kick in and we must condemn in no uncertain term any form of land invasion, because land invasion is not part of the solutions we've spoken about. So we need to expose those that are behind these matters, the same as those that are lying about the issues of killing of farmers and all those things. The negativity that is clouding this noble intention of building a nation. And whether it's black middle class or whoever, nobody must actually be targeted in the guise of what we seek to do. There isn't yet any implementation, yet we have seen these things happening, and there's been certainty that we will never do things in an irresponsible manner. And I would love to get more information so that we engage with the government of the Western Cape and the relevant municipalities as well as the law enforcement agencies to make sure that where these things do occur, we are able to deal with them. It's not in our program. I think we all know we're talking about consideration of the amendment of the Constitution. We're talking about food security. We're talking about the issues that have to do with the farmer support program. We're talking about integrated urban development. We're talking about inclusion of women and young people in agro-processing, access to markets, diversification of crops, because again we need to change the manner in which we produce and what we produce as a nation. At no stage will a self-respecting government, and where we are ourselves, will ever encourage any form of land invasion or any form of eviction of farm workers in whatever province. And that's the position. It is not government's program. The law enforcement must kick in, and those that are known to be behind this must be exposed, and they must face the consequences thereof. Thanks, Paul.
Thank you very much, Minister. We'll come to the end of the briefing. See you in 2 weeks' time. Yes, I think they're sending it out.
All right, we seem to have lost our connection there as that briefing comes to an end. Communications Minister Nomvula Mokonyane dealing with a wide range of issues in that post-cabinet briefing. Of course, the top story we are tracking for you is that tweet by US President Donald Trump. In relation to that, the cabinet says, or rather the minister says, she does not want to cross diplomatic lines. Now, of course, we have also spoken to the presidency's Kusela Diko, who has said the same thing. She says that the president will go through diplomatic channels. What Nomvula Mokonyane did say is that it is unfortunate that the first citizen of the US can say that South Africa has amended the constitution. And still on this land issue, she says the expropriation of land without compensation should not be seen as a threat to AGOA. That's the African Growth and Opportunities Act, that trade deal with the US. Now, President Cyril Ramaphosa has also said on this channel a few weeks ago that whatever will disadvantage South Africa, and that would be the removal of South Africa from AGOA, will also disadvantage the United States. Now, a research organization in the US has compared what unfolded in Zimbabwe in terms of land grabs there to how the situation is likely to unfold in South Africa, and in fact called on Trump's administration to consider pulling South Africa out of the AGOA Treaty. Now, the minister's response to this, she says South Africa should not be compared to any other country and that we are a democratic country. She says Brand South Africa has been doing a lot of work in terms of disseminating information around the expropriation of land without compensation, but much more needs to be done, she says, given the onslaught and the disinformation, the misinformation that has been going around. She says government does condemn any form of land invasions, and it is certainly not a part of the solution when it comes to land in South Africa.